Hi folks, sorry I am out again today. I was not expecting to be gone, but I had a sick kid overnight, so I will be staying home with my daughter. While I am gone today, you guys are going to get started on your narratives. You're actually going to start working on the rough copy. Hopefully at this point you've finished your pre-writing and your storyboarding with your partner. My plan was originally going to be to check those today before you started to type, but since I am not here, I will check them tomorrow down in the tech lab as we take the NWEA reading test. So remember again, tomorrow I'll meet you in the tech lab. That's that lab that's right across from the 6th grade pod. Bring a book, bring homework to work on, bring something to do so if you finish early, you don't just have to sit there and count ceiling tiles. So for our plan today, we are going to start typing our narratives in Google Docs. You want to have one Google Doc for each partnership. So just one, not two documents, just one document for both of you. So here's what you'll do. If you are the first partner, you're going to head into your Google Drive and click on a new doc, however you want to get there. I am going to change the name of mine. I'm going to call it Narrative. You can come up with a super snazzy title if you'd like. And then over here in the upper right, there's a share button. I want to share my document that I'm making with my partner so that we can have the same document. So I want to make sure that my partner has the right to edit. And I'm going to type in my partner's name. Let's see. E-L-M. Hey, there we go. When you type in their name, you're going to find that person and you'll be able to share the document with them. If you want, you can send a little note along with it saying, hey, here's the document that we're working on together. But again, make sure that it says can edit. If you need to change that at all, you can switch it to can comment or can view. But since your partner and you both are working on it together, you want them to have the option to edit that paper. So I'm going to send it to that person. Then you can go ahead and start typing at that point. Now, one thing I want to stress is that you really should, if at all possible, try to do your typing on either the student computers or on the Google Chromebooks or on the iPads. You want to work on something that has a bigger screen just because it makes it easier for you to catch any kind of mistakes as you're typing. And I also want you to be able to use a device that has a keyboard if at all possible. Now, I get that some of my classes, you guys are a little bit larger than others and you may run out of devices, but if you can, try to make sure that you're on a Chromebook or on a student computer or on the iPads that have the bigger screen and a keyboard. You'll notice how I've got my paper set up. You can format yours the same way. I'm going to go ahead and select my text, and then I'm going to find the spacing option, the line spacing, and switch that on over to double so that my paper is double spaced. Oh, that means I can get rid of that extra space there, and I got an extra space in here that I don't need. So you and your partner are both going to be typing in the same document, but if I'm typing up on this page, then I would want my partner to go ahead and start typing on a different page. So I'm going to insert a page break, and that's where my partner can start typing their paper. So you can see that Kylie is typing on her section. She'll have her own title. She's going to start typing her story from her character's perspective on the second page. And then because we had done that insert page break, if I'm typing up here on page 1 and she's got page 2, my paper shouldn't bump her paper around at all. It's not going to keep moving her stuff as she's trying to type, which sometimes is kind of maddening for whoever is in second position below the first typer. One of the things that you guys will have the option of, and it's not showing up on my device right now because Kylie is not logged into the computer, not under comments, but you'll have, there should be a little tiny talk bubble that'll happen somewhere over here. That's a really great way for you and your partner to be able to talk to one another from across the room without shouting like, hey, partner, what are you doing? You can actually comment to them right within that bubble. Now, one of the things I want you to keep in mind is that when you are commenting in those sections, because it is through your school Gmail address, we have full access to that conversation. So please make sure that you are keeping it school appropriate and that it is being used for an educational purpose, just like anything we do with the devices. We always want to keep it, with the educational purpose first and foremost. All right, and last but not least for today, so your, of course, Google Doc will automatically save, so you don't have to worry about that. We will have some time next week to continue typing, so don't feel like you have to go home and do a ton of homework on this. unless, maybe you were behind because you've missed a couple of days for whatever reason. So then you might have some catch up to do. But otherwise, you should get some class time next week to continue working on this. When you go into Schoology, I have a link to the example papers that I've got where one person typed from the pig's perspective and the other person typed from the wolf's perspective. Those might be handy to go and take a look at just so you can see how did they arrange their story. Those examples are going to have a lot of highlighting when you look at them, but don't worry about the highlighting at this point. Yours doesn't need to be highlighted. That'll make more sense next week when we hit the editing process. The other thing that I'll add to that section in Schoology, to that link in Schoology, is I'll add this video. So if you want to go back to this video at all and see any of the stuff again, it'll be there for you. I hope you guys have a great day of being productive and getting lots done on your narrative with your partner. I will see you hopefully tomorrow down in the tech lab for NWEA testing. Have a great day.